Let's go.
Okay, episode 18, Pills to Hills podcast. Welcome, sir.
We are joined by none other than Mr. Simon Malley, who has done many a thing, and he's going to tell us all about them today.
Yeah.
Are you right, though?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Not bad at all. Thanks for having me on.
Anytime.
Yeah.
We've been to get him on for a while.
We've been on about this for quite a couple of months, actually. Haven't we,
Since
to be
last
fair?
year. He did go to another podcast.
I did, sorry. Yeah.
Defected.
I have done a bit more since then. Though, so
I was going to say, yeah,
else to
you've
talk
done
about.
more since then, so you can, like, if you want to, touch on, for anyone who didn't listen to you on Will's podcast, touch on to, like, your running history and what you've done, and then we'll go on to the most recent stuff then, because you've got some good stories.
And I only know certain bits as well, actually.
Yeah.
Like, I know one or two highlight type things, but it'd be good to hear, like, everything that you have done, because you've done some mad shit, I hear.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, yeah, I suppose anyone that's kind of like into it, it's not that mad, is it? But anyone that isn't into it, yeah, I suppose it is mad shit. I think ultra running. I suppose I've only been doing it for about 4 years, I reckon. Triathlete before that, and I kind of got to the point where triathlon, once you start getting okay at it, saps the fun out of it, because it's just all numbers focused. You know, when if you chat to somebody about doing an Ironman or something, like that, the first question is, what time did you get? Well, how fast did you go? What was your power? And
Yeah.
it's just, it makes it unfun. I still love it, still do it. I'm racing Ironman Copenhagen in a few months.
It's funny you say that, because two of the guys on the massage course, you know Abby, you coached her.
Yeah.
Two of them do Ironman, and they're all jacking it in, because they're like you said, they're just like, they've sold their bikes, they're like, oh, I just can't be bothered anymore, you know, just like you said, done it a bit, and they get the numbers heavy, and they just look at something else then.
Yeah, it's hard to, and I see it with everyone, because I coach as well, and I see it with them as well, is that after a while they get into it because they want to challenge themselves, they want a bit of fun, and they enjoy it first. But then after they've done the first couple, then everybody starts to think, I wonder how good I could get. You know, I did this, and then they get a coach, and they start focusing a little bit more on the numbers and the power and things like that. And over time, you can see that they start to lose their enjoyment of it. And they still do it, and everybody, you know, people become competitive with it, and I suppose that competitiveness is where it starts to lose.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun, I suppose. And that happened to me, so I thought, right, I'm going to do something that, you know, I've not done before, something different, something that not scares me, but I think it'll challenge me. So I think the first ever ultra I did was, is it Endurance Life or something like that?
Yeah.
Wasn't the guy one that me and Lee did, was it? That wasn't your first one, the fifth?
No, that was Run, Walk, Crawl.
That's it,
35 miler?
So I can't remember the distance. I do it in kilometres as well.
I did the marathon version, because you come down to Oxford, but then you go back out, and then,
So that's what fucked me up, is that I went out, I did the marathon. I was coming down Oxford steps, and I got what I think is like IT syndrome, where your knee on the descent starts to, and I get that occasionally. And I was coming down, I was like, oh, this isn't good. And then I had that like mindset that I'm going to run past the finish. I was like, oh fuck, I can't go out and do another 10k. So I just slope in and pretend that I did the marathon. So that was it. So I essentially DNF'd my first ever.
Oh, is it? Although technically it isn't, though, because it's like 29 miles a marathon, or 27, 28 miles.
Yeah.
Because I remember I did it, I was like, oh fuck, I didn't know what ultra was then, but I was like, this is fucking 28 miles, this is 29 miles.
That was my first ultra, actually, the Endurance Life 35, and it is so
When
fucking
was the same one?
2019 mine was, so probably not.
Mine was around then, maybe. Yeah, well, no, it must have been. It was before COVID, so it's got to be around then.
Yeah, it was. It's so demoralising having to run past because, like you said, you got all the. There was a little table next to the finish line, with all the snacks, and like you see, looking at all these people, finishing, and I'm like this.
You go do another 6 miles,
and I'm just eating some sugar, like you fucking, and it was horrible. I remember finishing that, like, doing that, coming across the finish line. One of my mates, Emma, came there. Right, she had a fucking tray of not Dinky Donuts. What's the other one?
Oh, Krispy Kremes.
Krispy Kremes, right? On any other day, I would have been like, unbelievable, right? I was, thank you, yeah. Couldn't touch them, right? And then she was like, what do you want? Like, what do you need? I said, honestly, I said, I don't know. Like, I didn't want a bath. I didn't want to, like, do you know what I mean? There was nothing that I knew was going to fix me. I was just so fucked.
Yeah.
And horrible.
Yeah. It's not nice. And that mindset thing, I that's the one thing that I took away from that race, is that to do ultras, it's more of a mindset than it is about the physical side of it. Like most ultras, yeah, you're going to inflict pain upon yourself, you're going to have the psychological challenges to it, and yeah, I soon realised that you've got to work on that just as much as you do like the physical aspect of it. So it didn't put me off. I went out and I tried another race, and I was okay with that, finished it. I can't remember what they were. I started going up into the beacons and doing, I think the company's closed, like doesn't operate anymore. Ultra Trail Co. or something like that.
Yeah.
And they had quite a good series around the beacons, and I did quite a few of their races and really enjoyed them. But they were only like 50k, something like that.
Yeah, you work in K, didn't you?
Yeah, it's easier maths, I think. That's the only reason. I can't do maths for shit, so yeah, K's are easier. Yeah, I started doing it, and it was a friend suggested to me. I don't know, I still to this day don't know whether he was joking or not. And he said that you should try Dragon's Back. And I was like, what's Dragon's Back? So I had a look at what it was, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, yeah, right. And it's like, I think it's about 1,600 quid to enter.
That's mad.
But I thought, I don't know what possessed me. I really just don't know what possessed me, but I thought, yeah, fuck it, I'm going to challenge myself. And for that reason that I said earlier, it was, I didn't know what the outcome would be. I didn't know if I could do it. It excited me, it scared me, and all of those things kind of made me want to do it.
Yeah.
Like, can I physically push myself to what I imagine is going to be my limit, somewhere I've never been before, like, you know, a far cry from a 50k round beacons.
Like 50k a day for 6 days, isn't it? Something like that.
More than that.
Yeah.
So I signed up for it, and then it's like, you sign up for something like that, it's like, where the fuck do you begin training for something like that?
So many
It's
ultras have you done before you signed up for that? 2 or a couple?
No, I've done 5, 6 maybe.
That's still
like
not
that.
a lot to do.
Not really.
Yeah.
And not, I say, none of them have been over 50k.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So they'd all been like around 50k, and then you'd have to, fuck, that's a hell of a jump up, innit? Because it's like, it's like between 40 to 50 miles most days on the Dragon's Back.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think that the shortest day is day 1, which is like 45k, but it's about 4,000 meters of elevation. I don't know what that is in feet.
A lot.
Is that when you do crib gork and everything, is it?
Yeah.
Right.
And so it's not like running, it's like that's one of the longest days, even though it's the shortest. It was probably the longest day for me. And I think the longest day is about 70k, something like that. So yeah, you kind of, when you sign up, you get put into like WhatsApp groups and stuff like that with other people that have signed up, and through that I met a bunch of people who said, like, let's get out and start doing some recce's for the route. So I started going out, met some people that are now like still friends for life. You know, I've met some like really good people and bonded with people doing it, because obviously you're doing mad shit like that. The people that you're going to meet, most of them are as mad as you. It's kind of nice and reassuring, isn't it, that you're not just not on your own.
You're not an absolute lunatic.
So I just started going out and recceing the route as much as I possibly could. So every other weekend maybe I was travelling up to Snowdonia and doing crib gork and stuff like that. It's mad how much you develop. Have you ever done crib gork?
No, Jesus Christ, no.
Not run it. I think I've walked it.
Yeah, well,
I think.
I mean, yeah, most people would.
The knife edge one.
Yeah, I think so.
Have you?
So the climb up to it is like.
I don't know if you have. I want to say you haven't. I don't think you have.
Would you do it on the walking path? So if you go up the walking path, it's when you get to that top, like, spiny ridge thing, and then you kind of you're at the top of Snowdon then,
You go up the pig track from Penny Pass.
Yeah.
And then you would go round the back, but there's a little signpost, and you veer off to the right to go and do crib gork, and it's got a sign there. And recently they've put up signs now saying like danger of death.
Yeah, because a guy fell last year when we did the Serona. Wow. He was meant to run the Serona because one of the guys ran with his tracker because he fell. I think it was with his dog, and he died. He fell off it. Yeah, because it's literally like it's like that.
Did his dog survive?
I think his dog did survive. Yeah,
I know, it's terrible, but
I think it's like that. It's like a knife edge, isn't it? It goes like that, and it's like
it's like. It's not as bad as it.
It's those cameras that make it look worse. Those 360 cameras make it look worse. Yeah,
extreme. Yeah, and it is. Obviously, people die up there. And I've seen people up there like literally frozen to the rock, and it's weird to see that.
That'd be me, 100%.
Like, literally frozen to the rock, and like you go up, and you've got to like pass them. So they're holding onto a rock ridge. Down that way is like sheer drop, and then on this side there's like it's a bit of a gradient to it, so it's not so bad. And you've got people. Yeah, I've found people
frozen
like,
in fear.
Holding, and you're like, "Are you okay?" And they're just shaking, like, you know, do you need any help? And they're with people, and they're like, we've had to call mountain rescue because they've been here for hours and they won't move.
Oh my God.
Thankfully, it's in good conditions when I've seen that. But imagine if someone did that in like winter conditions, you'd be screwed. So you've got to like go lower than them, and it's inconvenient. It's like it's not like you're filled with confidence.
Yeah.
And, you're going along, and you're like, for fuck's sake. So you've got to like kind of lower yourself down underneath them, and then come up the other side to go past them. It's quite frustrating, but it's dodgy. You would know if you've done it. Like the climb up to it is worse. It's like so climbing, scrambling has got 3 grades. Grade 1 being the easiest, grade 3 being the hardest, and then after grade 3, it's proper traditional climbing then, where you need ropes and harnesses. So the climb up is literally, it's you're climbing up something that's like that. So every movement that you make has to be like, you have to be 100% sure. That
I think I have done that.
Yeah.
I've done a few tracks up
I
Snowdon,
feel like it would be all over your Instagram if you've done that.
I was probably busy surviving, like, to be honest.
But I don't mind.
I haven't done Snowdon for a few years.
I don't want any part of that kind of stuff. I did Snowdon, the marathon on the tarmac. That was fucking hard enough last year. Let alone going up there. Yeah.
It is like the first time I did it, I won't lie, I was shitting myself. And stupidly, we chose to go and do it in the winter when it was covered in snow and ice, which made it even scarier. I was with somebody that I'm really good friends with now, thankfully on that day, who is he's a mountain leader, qualified mountain leader, and he knows what he was doing. So he was giving out like verbal advice to us whilst we were doing it. And thankfully for everybody, he was there because don't know
It's not Dan, is it? It's not Dan Stanley, is it?
No, so he's there. We call him Sir Woolley. He's like proper English bloke that like works for a very rich person, gets flown around in a helicopter and stuff. Knows his stuff. But he's a good friend now.
International spy, kind of guy.
Absolutely. That's exactly what. We take the piss out of him. That's exactly what he's like. He's like James Bond.
Yeah.
He is. So he's the guy that I go and climb. Alps now. He's the guy that's kind of got me into that and instigated it. So, so the first time I did Crib Goch was with him. Thankfully, that's probably why I'm still alive.
Was he doing dragging back at the time as well? Yeah.
So first time I went across it, it's literally like hands and knees, shitting yourself, shaking like a shitting dog. And then the 10th time I've done it, I'm like standing upright, going across it, not running, but confident and happy to do so. So it's just anything that you kind of do frequently, you get more and more used to it, and then you're comfortable with it.
I can't imagine that.
But yeah, like, so there are people that go and do the race and they've never recce'd it. Can you imagine turning up to a race and on your first day,
seeing that,
climbing that?
Yeah.
That would just like.
I'd be like, I come back down. Thank you, Jim. I'll take a speedboat. I've had a great day. I'll take a speedboat.
Can you imagine? You'd be like, are you sure? Like, surely I've gone the wrong way because it's just it's completely insane, isn't it? On the first day of a race, that's what you're faced with.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and you've already got probably in miles. 30 miles in your legs before you even get there, so it's towards the end of the day, so you're already tired.
I wonder if that's going to be in that 300 they're doing next year.
I don't think so, because don't they follow the Cambrian way?
Oh yeah, they do.
So I don't think it'll go
okay,
to be honest.
The Cambrian way, that's not the border, is it?
I'm not sure.
No, I think it comes. I think it does do Snowdon, but I don't think it'll go over Crib Goch. It'll go around one of these trails. Yeah, it's an insane race anyway. But so I just recce'd that, and then I turned up to the race, and standing on the start line of a race, a 6-day race, is like a feeling I've never had before. It's just surreal. It is like you're shitting yourself. You're excited. You're just thinking like what have I done? How am I gonna like get through?
It's like a little village, and at the end of each day, is there like a little village?
It's like it's like turning up to a campsite that's all ready. Like everything's up, all the tents and stuff are up. You get fed. Unfortunately, it's all vegan food.
Yeah, you heard that. It's all vegan food.
Brilliant.
Yeah, which if you're a big meat eater and you need your protein and stuff, but it's okay. I mean, the food was nice. It's not bad by any stretch, especially considering it's been cooked in a field in the middle of the day. So you can't grumble. But yeah, it's not like there's no luxury. There's no luxury at all, and it's it is quite demoralising because you just get in from an ultra, and if you think about what you do at home after you've done an ultra, you don't have any of that. So the only washing facilities are every campsite has a stream or a river running through it. So your wash facility is literally going
in the river.
So on the first day, everybody's like really like tentative, like getting in with their clothes on and having a little wash because it's all obviously male and female. And then by day 5, everyone's just like, whatever.
You're all necking.
I wouldn't want to make anyone on day 5, mate, unless they don't know what you catch. It's pretty grim. But yeah, there are tits and arses everywhere on day 5. Like, but you
Right on day 5, it's like, oh.
yeah, it's not like you're interested at all.
Yeah.
On day 5, when you get in the river, it's just like anger and disappointment, and it's not nice.
And they're quite strict as well. You're not allowed to stop at shops. You're not allowed to take any like drinks off other people. Like if someone say like I was to meet you on the run, I can't give you anything. Is that right?
No,
Something like that?
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know how they police that, but around the checkpoints and stuff like that, yeah, you can't have any outside assistance. But day 3 is the first day where you run through a town, and you're allowed to use the shops.
Oh, okay.
It's funny because literally everybody's like all covered in shit, walking into like Greggs and stuff, and just
getting as much meat as they can.
like 20 sausage rolls, and going into co-op and coming out with bags and stuff. It is.
Bloody hell.
Um,
There's a good documentary on Amazon, the one in Welsh.
Yeah.
I watched that because Lee put me onto it.
yeah, there's quite a few.
I was going to say, Lee said about this before, because apparently you've got to buy like specific items, haven't you, for Dragon's Back. So they're like, oh, you need this much lumen torch, or this Montaigne, like
Specific jacket you're going to buy.
Yeah, do you know, like
it's they give you a suggestion, and obviously it's a deal that they have with the sponsors that they try and get everybody to. They give you a good discount, to be fair. But it was Montaigne at the time, and they suggest that you buy. You need these things, but they suggest the Montaigne equivalent of what you need to give you a discount. So it's obviously just in agreement with the sponsors. You don't have to buy their stuff. I did some of it, but yeah, most of the stuff I got was different, to be honest.
See, I'm a nightmare for stuff like this, right? Because I love turning up. Like I'll just be like, right, night before, be like, right, what do I need then? Right, head torch, blah, blah, blah. And I just throw my pack together. You know, things where it requires obviously you to like get stuff quite a bit ahead of time, make sure you've got the right kit. I can't be fucked with all that. See, this is why I love just going out and doing my own thing sometimes. Yeah. And I'm also too tight to pay for these races.
Yeah. It's a nicer way to do it for sure, like that. But yeah, with something like Dragon's Back, it is it's very kind of military sort of process. Everything has to be just right, and they're very, very strict with it. Like everything about that race, they're really strict with, and I understand why, because it's it's not just like your basic ultra running around the coastal path or something. It is, you're up in the mountains in extreme conditions sometimes. So you have to be quite sensible and prepared for it. But yeah, the first time I did Dragon's Back anyway, it was great, but I didn't finish it. So on day 6, on day 5, I was in the worst pain ever through my shin. And I went to see a medic, and they looked at my shins and said, I think you've got stress fracture in that leg, and possibly in that one as well. I was like, right, okay. I was getting nosebleeds as well and stuff.
Oh, shit.
I don't know whether that was related or not. They couldn't tell me. But they said, we advise you not to carry on. And they got to say that.
Yeah.
But again, like I said before with my first ultra, where that mindset thing where you're like, something hurts and I've got the opportunity to finish, to DNF, so I'm going to. It was like that for me on day 6. Like at that point, I thought, I've been advised to not run.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've ever done anything extreme. I am in absolute agony and I feel like shit. This is my excuse, so I'm bailing. So on day 6, I said to myself, I'll get up in the morning and see how I am. So I got out of the tent, I fell straight over. I just couldn't weight bear. I walked to the toilet, which was a porta cabin, and I just couldn't weight bear. And I thought, how the fuck am I going to do like 65 kilometres like in a certain amount of time? And they're really strict with the cut-offs and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen that on the documentary.
Yeah, so I was like, how the fuck am I going to do it? And I just decided, nah, I'm not doing it.
And the train's absolutely fucked as well, isn't it?
Yeah, day 6 is probably the easiest day, to be honest, to be fair.
That's the one, you're on past the rhythm, guys, isn't it? Day 6? Yeah.
Yeah, but still, when you're fucked. Yeah.
Both legs are fucking fractured.
And bearing in mind that at that time, I was nowhere near, I didn't have anywhere near the experience that I have now. I was still relatively new to it all. And like I said, it's the mindset. Once your head's not there, that's it.
Yeah, it's so easy to give in to those voices, isn't it?
Yeah. So I saw my way out, and I decided to do it. And I did go to hospital afterwards, and they confirmed that I had a minor stress fracture. And I had something as well, which has taken me since then to be able to pronounce it. It's called tenosynovitis, and it's basically the tendon that runs down your shin. So tendons run through like sheaths, and the sheath is it's got its own kind of lubrication. So when you do like dorsiflexion of your ankle, the tendon runs up and down inside the sheath. And tenosynovitis is where I've damaged the sheath, so the tendon no longer runs freely through my tendon.
Getting caught.
Yeah, so when I do dorsiflexion, you know, like when you point your toes and pull it back, I get like a really funny fuzzy feeling up there. And if I do it over and over, it hurts. And I've still got it now. It's like something that I'll probably have to deal with for life.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, it's a bit mad, but I manage it. Like I have to do a lot of like physio work. But I do manage it. So yeah, pulled out of Dragon's Back. Thought, fuck that, I'm never doing anything like that again. Sod it, I'm going back to triathlon. That was my mindset.
Like you said, it cost
quite a while.
Fortune as well.
Yeah, it cost me a lot of money. And then I learned that if you apply to be a volunteer, you go and work for the week, you get a free place. And I learned that just by, I didn't go looking for it. Somebody told me or read it or something like that, and that was the seed planted, and I was like, right. And I thought about it for a while, and I was like,
he's like, no, I'm a volunteer.
Free place.
Free run.
So I thought, right, fuck it, I'll apply and see. You know, it's not guaranteed. So I applied, and you have to go through like a proper application process, and you have to have like criteria of like what you can offer. You know, so for me, I'm from a catering background.
Oh, that's right.
I worked in catering, and obviously that I tried the race the year before, and I got accepted, and that was that then. So in between, I did quite a few different ultras and stuff. I went out to the Swiss Alps. Still to this day, even over Dragon's Back, still my favourite ever race. I went and did the Swiss Alps 100, which is an insane race compared to anything over here. It's just incredible. If you ever get the chance to go and do trail running in the Alps, it's just honestly.
When was that?
So that was, I don't know what year.
About 3 years ago, is this?
So it was. I think it was the year in between the two Dragon's Back. So I did the Dragon's Back that I DNF'd, then went and volunteered, then I went back to Dragon's Back. So I think it was the
23, because 24 was when me and Lee ran the rhythm when you were doing the second time then, wasn't it?
So it would have been then. So I went out and did that race. That was cool. It was kind of, I'd never done anything like that before, so it was a big step up. I didn't know what to expect. I went out there targeting sub 21 hours, sub 22 hours would get you a ballot place for the Western States.
Oh wow!
So which is a big, massive, iconic race. Have you heard of?
Yeah.
I think it's like the original American ultra.
Yeah. Is that with UTMB? Is it or? Is it UMTB?
No,
Western States.
Have you heard of Western States?
It's obviously it's in America, but it was like you said, it was like the original 100-miler.
Oh, okay.
You know, you hear about what's the other one up in the mountains that they do out in America, the 100-miler. It starts at like stupid elevation.
Not flags. Not Leadville, is it?
Leadville.
Leadville.
So yeah, you hear about Leadville. Western States is kind of like same notoriety as Leadville, I think, in that sense.
I think it's where the the buckle that you get after.
That's where it came from.
It's where it came from. Something to do with apparently a cowboy was like herding his cattle and his horse became lame or something like that, and he had to herd his cattle on foot for like 100 miles.
Wow.
So I think that's. It might be bullshit, but I've been told.
I like it, we'll go with that.
Yeah, I've been told that's where.
That's what I'll do in Sirona. I'll just imagine herding cattle for 100 miles until I inevitably DNF.
Proper Brokeback Mountain style, isn't it?
See what you said, next and bloke,
That's just chaps and your belt buckle.
I might be doing the Sirona really. So if you fucking try and DNF, I'll run back and I will rail you on the fucking. Rail you on the coastal path. I'll be like, right, Mike.
Reese gets the call. Yeah,
You're only going to see me running up there, and you're right, Mike. That better not be DNF face.
There's two guys rattling each other in the bushes on the coastal path. God.
Yeah, you ain't fucking DNF this one.
No.
Because I'm gonna, even if I don't do it myself, I'm gonna be there the full time, and I'll glass it.
Can you imagine that? The pint glass again.
That's an incentive.
Walk into the checkpoint. Oh shit, I've had enough. Boom. No, you haven't.
We'll see what happens. Wait.
Yeah. Swiss Alps 100. So anyway, yeah.
Is that 100 miles, is it?
No, it was 100k.
Oh, 100k. Okay.
There is a 100-mile.
Yeah.
There, but again, that was beyond where I was.
Yeah.
100 kilometers still at that point was a lot. And bearing in mind, it's like 7,000 meters.
I was going to say, what's the elevation?
The climbs there. If you think
serious.
If you think about what the climbs are in Wales over there, they're like 2 hours to climb for one constant climb.
And it's not the UTMB like series type
no,
thing,
this is
No,
this is an independent standalone race.
Okay.
So it's got a big following, like a lot of big, like Courtney Dauwalter and stuff like that have done it. And yeah, it is a race where you can qualify for some of the bigger races. So it does attract, because that's a golden ticket sort of race. Where you can go in, if you win, you get guaranteed space. So a lot of the pro runners target it. But yeah, what a stunning race.
I was going to say, I bet the scenery and stuff was unreal.
Insane.
Yeah.
Literally insane. And it's like after a 2-hour climb and you're up on the top of the mountains and it's just the views are for miles, it just blows your mind.
Yeah.
And you run along the Aletsch Glacier, it's called, which is like one of the biggest glaciers in the world. And it looks like a motorway, so it's ice.
Yeah.
It's like the width of a motorway, and it just winds off into the distance through the mountains. And you get to literally run probably from the width of this room, so your trail is there slightly above the glacier, and you run along for about 5k just along it. And you can feel the coldness coming off it as you run.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really.
We need to do a little Pills to Hills trip and just go out there, not run the race, but just go run it ourselves.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
That'd be class.
Good. Yeah, we'll call it a research trip. Like.
Yeah.
Research trip, yeah.
Put it on the business card.
Yeah.
That we haven't got. Yeah. What do you think, Lana?
Yeah. I was just thinking, we'll have to get some sponsors.
Shameless plug for sponsors.
Yeah, I just seen fucking...
message the race director. And
just seen AU Vodka now, actually. I should have said to him, do you fancy funding a trip to the Swiss Alps for the boys? Like,
we'll run in gold pants.
Why not?
That'd be class.
Drop them a message.
They got a run club now.
Have they? Have they got an ultra run club?
Of course they are.
No.
Of course they are.
No.
You need to get on them.
Everyone's got a run
Make us a
club.
reel, tag them.
I know. I'm going to be doing a run club with Founders & Co, actually. It's not, they're organising it, but they asked me to facilitate it, so I'll fucking do what I want. That should be, like I said, a good one, but I'll probably do it like the rave run type thing here as well, do you know what I mean? So just like take the speaker on the run and just get people amped up and stuff like that.
When's that
Pass out a few, bags of MDMA. No, I'm joking. What did you say?
When's that starting?
Next month sometime. I've got it in my calendar.
Yeah, it's mad how many run clubs pop up, because I was running the other day, and Motley Pie have got a run club.
Yeah, I know.
Pie and a coffee. I was like, now that's a run club I can get on board with.
Yeah, I know the girl
saw the
Holly
price.
runs it. I was going to say, you get like a t-shirt and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And what they're doing is really cool as it happens, because I think then, like, the money was just going straight back into the run club thing, or like into costs and stuff. But then what they're doing is creating like a fund for, like a hardship fund for people who want to get into running and sports and stuff. But like, can't afford trainers, for example, they can't afford a memberships for different things, or entry for races. So it'd be quite a difficult thing to try and identify those people, but I'm guessing it'll probably be like an application basis or something. But yeah, that's what they're doing really. So then the money from because they got 3 run clubs now.
What, Motley Pie, is it?
Motley Pie, yeah, one in Tenby, one in Pontardawe, and then one in
Have they got a
Gowerton.
Motley Pie in Tenby?
Yeah, one in Ponty as well, Pontardawe as well. So yeah, they got run clubs in each of them. Holly then, who's one of the run leaders for Love Trails, she facilitates it with them and stuff. And then, like I said, they're creating that hardship fund. So it's quite a cool little thing. To be fair. Yeah.
The pies are banging. Have you tried one?
I have the one in Tenby. Yeah, I've been to the one in Tenby, but not.
I've been
anywhere
trying
else.
the one in
I think I had,
Gowerton.
a lamb pie there.
Yeah, they're banging. They do. I haven't tried them, but I've seen them on their Instagram page. These cinnamon roll things.
I've seen those.
They look fucking incredible.
I don't know if I've had them. I've had
they look amazing.
I've had a few of the pies and the bacon and brie swirls.
That's good.
I've always got to stop myself.
Billy, if you're listening, you're a dirty man.
Do you want to sponsor a podcast?
Yeah, for a
Do you want to
sponsorship.
fund a trip to the Swiss Alps?
We're not asking money, just monthly pies.
I don't know. I was praying. I was like, please.
Monthly pies, please.
Monthly pies. That'd be good.
Pies.
That'd be good. Yeah. Get a little drop off every time we're doing a podcast.
I don't need to get any heavier. I need to not
Pie and
pies.
podcast.
Oh, that's a good one. Podcast pie. We can review pies.
We could review pies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to invite me on that for sure.
We need to bring back the biscuit thing, actually.
Yeah, well...
Do you know what? I think that's what we need to do, is like, we need to encourage everyone who's a guest now to bring
food
their
guests.
favourite
They say,
biscuits.
do you need to bring anything? Just pack of biscuits. Your
Yeah,
favourite biscuits.
bring their favourite biscuits.
Favourite biscuits.
And we can blame Reese then for Reese. I always call him fucking Reese. Mike.
Jenks.
Mike Jenks, yeah. Because it's Reese Jenks, isn't it? And then Mike Jenks. And I always call Mike Jenks Reese.
Do you?
Yeah. Never to his face, I don't think. Sorry, Mike.
Sorry.
Sorry. Reese.
Yeah, so the Swiss Alps were in 2023, and then
But I finished it, and I slipped under 22 hours. I think it was 21 and a half hours.
which is ridiculous.
I think I was the first Brit. There's probably only 2 of us, I don't know. But I was the first Brit, and I think I came like 36th overall, which for like a big race like that blew my mind. I was like, how the fuck did I do that?
Wait, that 100k you said, isn't it? I was going to say, I thought you meant 100 miler then in the Swiss Alps in 21 hours, and then you were still 36th. I was like, mate, that's mental.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
And I think it was like nearly 7,000 meters of elevation. It's like the biggest elevation I've ever
can't
done
work
over
out
that
in feet.
distance.
That's nearly Everest.
Is it?
Everest is like 8,500, say, thousand meters.
Bloody hell.
You said meters, didn't you?
Yeah.
8,500 meters from sea to summit. So yeah, 7,000.
Jesus
is
Christ.
Not far off that.
It's a lot of climbing. But yeah, fantastic race. Just for you're never bored. There's just every time you look up, there's just
Was a lot of it runnable? Or was it like, because like, obviously in the mountains here, a lot of it's technical and...
Yeah, that's the good thing about the Alps is that it's like someone's laid out a red carpet for you in comparison to the Welsh Fells.
Is it really? Yeah.
It's all really hard packed. You've got trail markers everywhere. So up in the Alps, when you follow in trails, they have like little flags, I think they're flags painted on all of the big rocks. And you just follow them through. And
we got to go.
It's luxury compared to the Welsh Fells are hardcore compared to it. But the flip side is that the climbs up there are insanely long and insanely steep. But once you get over that, everything else is nice and runnable.
Oh, do you know, I'm really fancying this.
So
now,
what?
actually, I'm just thinking, I'll buy a load of new
We'll
kit
just arrange
now
little
and
lads all day and just go there.
Yeah.
I'm sure Lynn's a lover.
Yeah.
Scott's shaking his head like,
I'm not coming to that one.
why?
I'm fucking running the mountain.
We don't have to run. You get your drone and follow us.
Yeah.
Imagine the content. We go viral.
If you're gonna do content, that's the place to do it. It's like we were saying
Yeah,
earlier with
yeah.
that video that I did on
tell the
the
people.
Jolly
Tell the
Ridge.
people.
So every year I go out with them. So again, all the guys.
Do it every
that I
year,
did-
yeah.
all the guys that I met doing Dragon's Back on the first year, we've all stayed together, like close mates, and every year we go out to the Alps for a run camp, we call it. So we hire a big chalet in the Alps. And then just go out and run different places. So the first year we went out and we did the UTMB, but fast packing. So you book all the chalets in advance around the 100 miles, and you have a slightly bigger pack than like the 12-litre vests. They're still running vests. And you basically just run the UTMB from chalet to chalet. So you break it up over the space of a week, and it's like really nice. It's a nice holiday each day. So some days are like 20 miles, some days a little bit more. It's amazing.
And what? That's the UTMB route you said,
Yes,
but you're
the
stopping
100
in the
miles.
chat. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you just break it up. It's
What
called,
an
it's
idea.
called fast packing. It's such a good adventure holiday to have.
We have to fucking book 3 weeks, I was coming, because you'd be waiting for me.
So I go out there every year and do it, just running the Alps basically. But yeah, this particular year that you said, I was running. It's called the Jolly Ridge. I couldn't tell you exactly where it is, but it's literally like a ridge like that with a perfect trail on it. And then in the background you've got what's called the Mont Blanc Massif. So you've got Mont Blanc and all the mountains that are around it. And I've got this little self-flying drone. And basically you hold the drone and it scans you, and then you let go and you do whatever you want, and it just follows you. And if you run fast, it'll keep up with you. And you can have it to the side of you.
You'd be fucking waiting for me.
What type of drone do you say it was?
So it's called the Hover X.
Hover X.
Hover X, yeah. And so you don't have you don't need your phone or anything like that. You literally just turn it on, hold it in your hand, the gimbal scans you, and then it takes off from your hand, and then wherever you go, it'll follow you. And you can set like how far away from you want it to follow you, how high, from the side, from in front, behind. You basically just tell it what
I'm fucking buying
Get
one
one.
back.
It's amazing.
We need a sponsor for the podcast.
Get one,
now,
just take it out and Wine Street.
It's great. But
just necking birds in fucking idols, just like that. She's like, is that drone on us? Yeah, I don't know. It looks like it is, but no, I don't think it is.
it's cool. Like you see content creators using it because it hovers in front of you, and then you can have a mic'd up, and you can be walking, and the drone will move away from you at the set distance that you've done. So it's like you're talking to like a live cameraman.
Wow.
It's really
I think one of the guys, Paul like, he's Paul Evans, but he's Paul Like on Instagram. I'm sure he's got one. I've seen his video, a couple of videos on his Instagram, and he's got the following him and he's running around.
Imagine you're trying to like jab it or something, so you're running towards it, and you're just trying to jab it, and it just keeps dodging it.
It's like
I've got some funny stories about it. It is a pain in the arse. When it works, it's great. When it doesn't, it is a pain in the arse.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was running along this ridge, and this thing was filming me with all the Mont Blanc in the background. I made a short for YouTube. Chose a really banging tune to go with it, put it on YouTube, and had thousands and thousands of people that are watching it within 24 hours.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and it is an amazing place to go and get footage. But other places, so if you think about it, so you've set this distance that the drone flies from you, and I'm like being a smart ass and trying to film myself climbing up like gradients like that in snow and ice, and you get so far up, and then you're like, right, I want to stop the drone now. So you turn around, and the drone, because the drone measures distance from the ground. So if you think that you're on a gradient like that, you're there, the drone is there. It's measuring the gradient from down there, not where you are. So to recall the drone, you have to put your hand out, and the drone will come and land on your hand. But the drone's not coming to me because it's measuring the distance from the floor down there. So I'm like, fuck, I'm stuck on the side of a mountain. My like 500 quid drone's hovering over there. And I can't do anything. I can't reach it. I don't have any control of it. So I'm like, what the fuck do you do? Just sitting there with this drone hovering. So thankfully I've got my poles with me.
Yeah.
So I literally got my pole out, extended it, and I had to like twat the drone like really hard. So it caught the drone in the air. And turn it off, like that's enough of that shit.
Didn't you have a drone that went into the water, man?
That was oh my god! I had like an electric shock then off nothing. That was horrible. Oh,
Yeah, didn't you have a drone, Scott, that went out into the water?
that was weird. What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
They're a bit expensive when they go wrong.
I witnessed it, right, when Scott's drone went in the water. I've never seen anything like it, right? He handled it so well. So it was literally just across the road from where we are now in Mumbles. Sunrise, right? Beautiful sunrise. Tides all the way in. Lovely. He takes the drone out, right? Puts it out, going towards the sun. We're all looking at it like, wow, that's incredible, whatever. And then after a couple of minutes, whatever, he just starts packing his phone. He says, drone's gone. And he's packing it away. And I was like, what do you mean? He said, oh, drone's gone. I was like, gone where? Gone where? He's like, it's in the sea. And I went, what the fuck are you talking about? And I was like, it's still on the screen. He went, no. He said, look at the elevation, right? So you could still see the sunrise. But then look at the elevation, it says -7 meters. And it literally, because it had read, it was so flat and whatever, this, the thing that shoots down the laser or whatever, it basically couldn't find the floor because of the reflection of the water. So we had thought, we're too high up, so it starts automatically coming down. And he couldn't do anything about it. It just fucking lowered into the sea. But he was so stoic about it.
I did something similar. Riley had, my son, he had one for Christmas a couple of years ago, all excited. Took him down the park. I was like, oh, look at this now. Into this forest, never seen it again. I was like, fuck. I spent about fucking 6 hours working for it. Oh, fucking brilliant. So I've never had a drone since. I don't plan on getting one either.
They're great when they work, but they can be problematic.
First time I had the drone, actually, I sold mine. Actually. So
I remember yours. We used it on the tyre flip, didn't we?
Yeah. No, I bought it off one of my mates for 100 quid, right? It was like one of the original DJI ones or something, DJI Minis. I paid like 100 quid for it off him. And they went up in price a bit, really, because you couldn't buy them new anymore, I think, because it had like the old software and...
It was the weight.
Is it the weight?
Under 249 grams.
It was something to do with how high you could take it, I think, as
You
well.
need a license, don't you, if they're over a certain weight or size?
I'm not sure,
If you've got a license over 249 and you're not allowed to fly him over a crowd.
Right, because this one, I think you could like go as high as you wanted and stuff. It didn't have like the same restrictions, something like that. And yeah, basically they like I ended up selling for like 300 and something quid for that reason. But no, the first time I took it out was at Stonehenge. And I nearly fucking crashed into Stonehenge. And then the guy's running over to me. No drones. No, you can't have any drones here, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, sorry, mate. And you know, I didn't really think that a fucking heritage site, of course, it's not going to be drones. But I was like, mate, sorry, it's my first
Why
time.
can't you have
I
drones
would
there?
have thought that.
Because it's like a heritage site.
What's that mean?
It's the same as Pen y Fan. You're not supposed to fly up Pen y Fan. Any
Are you
national
not?
trust site,
Really?
you're not supposed to.
I'll flow mine up there.
Do you know what? I had banging footage.
Is it? Where's that then?
Same as you're not supposed to do in Denver City. You're the national trust.
Yeah, that's National Trust.
You can take off outside of like the protected part or whatever and fly it.
That's mad.
It's like same as Pen y Fan. You can take off down on the road and take it out. But the problem we've got is, like you said, they got a maximum of 120 meters, so it won't reach. So
I hope people can hear what you're saying in the.
Yeah, they can. When he
microphones,
talks, you can't hear it.
I was going to say, because otherwise they're going to be like, what the fuck's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we are. So I'm going to buy myself a Hover X drone then. Lovely.
Yeah.
I'll never use it.
Good fun. Just don't use them on steep inclines.
Don't use
Get
it
it
when we
back.
go to Switzerland.
Don't use it.
Well, I'm not on the steep incline.
I'll do it on
So
sorry, yeah, go on.
Yeah, after the Swiss Alps then.
Yeah, so I got qualified for the ballot for the Western States. So I put my ballot entry in, and I didn't get it. And then I read about the numbers for the Western States ballot, and more people enter it than London Marathon.
Is it really? Yeah.
A lot of people, like all over the world,
Wow.
enter for this. So yeah, to get in, you've really got to.
Yeah, and when you think how big America is as well, because I bet a lot of like you said, Americans apply for it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but even so, like that race was just incredible.
Is that one you still like to do now, the Western States? Is that one you'd be interested in still doing?
Yeah, like after doing the Epona, I've got no desire to go out and do anything like the Dragon's Back again. I don't want to do a 100-miler again. I don't want to do what everyone does and go up to 200.
Yeah.
I don't have that, I don't really want to follow that kind of progression that most people do. But yeah, for something like an iconic race like that, if I was offered drop of a hat, I'd be into it, yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't mind actually going and doing the Swiss Alps 100 again, because it was that good. I wouldn't mind doing it again and having another go at the ballot. Be interesting to see what time I can get now, because I have developed a lot since I did that race. So yeah, I hope, if I went back, I might be competitive. So yeah, that's definitely on the cards. But yeah, did the volunteer for Dragon's Back, which was a really good experience, like really good laugh, really good fun. And then got my free place, went back, and completed it. And yeah, kind of learned the same lesson. Like day 5, I think I was an hour faster on day 5 the year I completed it than I was the year that I didn't.
Wow.
Which doesn't sound a lot, but it is over that kind of distance. An hour is quite a lot, especially when you're chasing cut-offs, because it's a 16-hour day cut-off. And I think the first year I made it in with 12 minutes to spare.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
What, day 5?
Yeah. So I was in a lot of pain. And then the year I completed it, I think I was just over an hour
Oh, nice, yeah.
faster than that. So, but then I woke up day 6 again in agony, but because I had a lot more experience in ultras, I kind of realised then that you can't do something like that without having to push yourself through that pain. And in hindsight, I reckon the first year I could have finished it. But when people tell you, like, if you carry on, your legs are going to fall off and you'll never be able to run again, and you're like, oh really? Okay, and you don't do it. Whereas in hindsight now, I know if you're going to do an ultra, you're going to fucking injure yourself. You're going to hurt, and you just got to get through it. So I just pushed through it, and it was grim. Day 6 was grim. It was just really just a death march for 65 kilometers. But you have to run it. That's the thing with Dragon's Back is, unlike a lot of the Pegasus stuff, which is still hard races, but
Generous
so
cut-offs, isn't it?
generous with the cut-offs that you can walk them.
That I typed
really.
out.
Sorry, mate.
That's what happens when you do the fucking Congo on top of the mountain.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Only I can do a conga and get timed out. Fantastic.
Exactly. Fuck about that. Oops. Sorry. But anyway, yeah. So the Dragon's Back has really tight cuts off. So when you're in pain and you shuffle in for 65 kilometers and you literally, it's like somebody's just like behind you, chasing you, and you just constantly clock watching and think, fuck, am I going to make it?
Yeah.
It's hard. The pressure of Dragon's Back, I think, is what makes it even more difficult than just the distance and the elevation itself, and just the difficulty of that race is constantly under pressure from
clock
cut-offs.
watching.
You know, like the front runners, the guys that are like really good, obviously they don't have to worry about that. But if you're mid pack or lower, you've really got to be smart with your pacing and your timing. It has to be a big part of it. You can't leave it to chance. You have to like really figure out how fast you've got to make it. You know, I had like a little card that I printed out that was like telling me what time I needed to be by at this checkpoint to be able to be. So I worked that by halfway through each day, I wanted to bank a good couple of hours ahead of the cutoff.
Yeah.
And that was my strategy, is that every morning I figured that I'd probably be a little bit fresher. I'd go out harder than, you know, I wanted to really, but bank those hours. And then for the second half of the day, I could chill out a little bit and know that I had, you know, some leeway to fuck about with. So if I wasn't feeling good, I could slow down. If I made any nav errors or whatever, in pain, it didn't matter. I could afford to slow down, and that worked quite well, to be honest. So anybody that I kind of give advice and help on Dragon's Back, that's like the first thing I tell them is do that. So it definitely works. Finished Dragon's Back and fucked myself up big time. Honestly, like literally, that's all the injuries that I had there. I've also done something to my gut. So I've had to
I remember you saying that, yeah.
I've had to go and work with like dietitians and stuff that have put it down to the fact that they reckon I put my stomach under so much stress that week, eating shitty carbs.
That's the vegan food, is it?
Yeah, eating food that's been cooked in a field with no health and safety standards is probably that. And also like a lot of Dragon's Back, because you don't have access to, you get water in checkpoints, but the checkpoints are so far between, and you know, I only carried my 2 soft flasks. So I had have you seen the filters that you can get? So I had one of them. So I was drinking out of fucking sheep dips and shit like that, and relying on this filter. So God knows what I was putting into myself. But yeah, that's fucked up my stomach for life probably.
Fucking hell.
Wow. So yeah, these shin problems, stomach problems. So I have to have like a special diet now, which is a burden on my
even
life,
like day to day, you go watching that, like what you eat and stuff. I remember you saying about the certain, what was it in gels and stuff that you can't.
Maltodextrin.
That's the one. Yeah.
I think I've like overdosed on maltodextrin over the last 10 years, and my stomach just won't handle it anymore. So I have to have all the like sports nutrition that I have now. Does exist. It just doesn't have maltodextrin in it.
Have you seen, you know, the precision shoes?
Yeah.
I don't know if I sent you on Instagram. Somebody sent me on Instagram the other day. The precision shoes. I started using the precision shoes and precision gels.
Light stuff. So that lady I coach.
Did I send you that video? The Turkish Light video?
No.
Did you send it to me? Somebody sent it to me. Did I send it to you?
No.
Who the fuck is sent it to?
I don't know who you're on about.
Have you seen the precision shoes? They little
yeah.
square shoes in a pack. I'm sure you'd given before. Well, someone sent me a video on Instagram. This lady's talking about these Turkish Delights you can get off. I shouldn't really say this because everyone will fucking go and buy them because they're half the price. You can buy a massive bag of these Turkish Delight cubes, right?
Yeah.
Exactly the same macros as these precision shoes.
Yeah.
These precision shoes are like 35 quid for 15 packs.
Right.
Yeah? You can buy a fucking kilogram bag of these Turkish Delights for 11 quid on Amazon.
Is it?
I bought them the other day. I don't really like Turkish Delights, so I was like, oh.
But
No, I thought I'd try them just because to save money.
How many kilograms?
1 kilogram.
I thought you said 11
No,
kilograms.
for 11 quid. 1 kilogram for 11 quid.
Okay.
So I bought.
he doesn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't buy the 11. I didn't buy the kilogram bag. I thought you could buy like a 400 gram bag. So I'll buy that for like, I think it's like 3 quid, something like that, to try it out. And it wasn't that bad. I was like, I could stomach this. And it's the exact same macro, so I will be doing that on soon. I've got my bag of Turkish Delights. I'll still get the gels, I like the gels.
Yeah.
But for the shoes, I'm going to use the Turkish Delights.
That stuff. So yeah, there's ingredients in that I I've had to cut out of my diet, so I can't try it. But yeah, a lady that I coach is the person that's put that on Instagram. It's her that's done the video and realised it and shared it. Yeah, it's funny, like we were saying with the YouTube videos, it's mad, isn't it, what goes viral, shit like that.
That's crazy about that, like how like the long-term damage that's been done, though, mind, isn't it, from doing it? Because that's like the side of it people don't see, I think, isn't it? You know, like with Instagram now, obviously people are seeing people going out and running 100 milers or doing, you know, and like for example, hardest geezer, he's just done like 150k or something on a backyard ultra. Did create like quite a big distance, but he was like, you know, he was being sick and everything, like, and so people, you get to see some of that side of it, but it's difficult to understand, you know, until you feel it. You might see it and go, fuck, that looks mental, but until you feel the feeling of actually doing it, and like you said, you know, the just being in that situation, it's very difficult for people to think like to be dissuaded from it. Does that make sense?
We talked about it on the last episode, Rich, didn't we? Like it's glorified, isn't it? You see people having a laugh, and you're like, oh yeah, come on, do this. And like it's easy to get like FOMO and be like, oh, fuck, I'm gonna do that. And then you realise pretty quick, this is fucking shit.
You realised that on the 100 milers, didn't you?
Well, the first 100 mile I really enjoyed. The fucking last one, I did not enjoy 1 minute.
It's why I find the progression that a lot of people are taking at the moment. It's never been like that, but recently, I know you talked about it with Rich as well, that people are going like, I'll do an ultra, they do 50k, and then it's like 100k, then it's 100 mile, and it's 200 mile, and then it's like, what's next? And people, for some reason, chase this progression in such a short space of time. It's like, like if you enjoy it and you want to do it for the next 10, 15 years, then slow down. Like,
that's what Richard Denise, that's what he's going to do. He says, getting this nonsense out the way this year, next year. Yeah, and then he wants realised. Yeah, he wants to.
Thankfully, he's had the. You know,
but I was going to say, he's still doing it though. And he's still obviously gone up to the 200. Now he still wants to do the fucking 300.
Well, his body's
before
fucked.
stepping
He
back.
messaged me earlier on. He's like, I'm in a bad way.
Yeah. Really?
His back's fucked.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like I realised that. Like I think I said to a couple of you lot, like last year, I obviously went away, and I did say I was like, I want to focus more on like, you know, just healing the damage I've done over the years and stuff. Because I was having issues with my knees. I couldn't even squat properly. And you know, like the psoas, or the top of my ass was gone and stuff.
Your body, it has to.
Yeah, but like, you know, obviously spending a few months then obviously doing yoga and being away from it and stuff. Not driving, I think, was a big factor as well for my like the psoas and that. I got no issues with my knee now. I can squat like with weight, no problem. You know, my body's absolutely fine. But like I just feel like taking a break from it was, well, one was good for, you know, falling in love with with running and stuff again. Because like the idea of doing 100 mile now, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'd like that for the adventure of it, but I don't really give a fuck if I finish it or not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've did it, obviously ticked it off before, and like even the one here, I was thinking like, it'd be quite nice to do the Swansea 100 again, just laps all day and do it as a fundraiser like last time. Yeah. Because it was so much fun, and like there was so many people that came down and, you know, like got involved and stuff. Scott's like, oh fuck, here we go. You know, he's been there.
That attitude though is what I was saying, trying to get across earlier, is that having that attitude where you just jump into something, just try it, and you know, you don't care about the outcome. You just want to challenge yourself and do something, and that's what it should be about.
Yeah.
People are just getting too, like, it's too fucking serious, and especially with ultras and these big crazy races. You know, unless you're an elite runner, you should be going into these things like, you know, it's a week off work, no emails, no shit. It's fun. It should
That's
be
why I look at it. It's a week away from the family and the kids.
Not like
fucking peace and quiet.
Not going into it like deadly.
They don't watch this, I'm right.
It's like I've had to do that. So I did. I'm guilty of it myself. You know, I used to be like, do one race, like, right, what's next? Whereas now, I'd rather be. So I've slowed down. I'd rather do a lot less races, but try and be competitive in the races that I do. And by slowing down and not racing all the time, it's worked. I'm able to be competitive. And I think, obviously that's part of my training, but I also think it's by racing less, it's helping me progress and better in the races.
That's a good segue, you say, about being competitive, because you were very competitive in the old Epona.
Yeah,
the last few weeks ago.
Quite proud of that. That's my. Yeah, it is. I came second in that hateful 8, was it?
Oh yeah.
But that was low level, wasn't it? There wasn't a big turnout. It wasn't, you know, there was a little bit of competition there, but it wasn't. You know, I didn't feel like I was challenged that much. But Epona, was a race where I went in, like I said on Will's podcast, I said on it that I want to be competitive in it, and it's not like me. I'm not the sort of person that would like openly go, yeah, I'm gonna fucking win.
Yeah.
I'm not that person at all. But for some reason, I did regret it after I said it. I was like, why are you being cocky? Like, so it just, you're gonna make a tit of yourself now if you DNF. Like sitting on a podcast, go, be competitive. And I did regret it, but thankfully it paid off. And I was competitive. But I think that was, I had a very, very good block of training for that race. Everything went perfectly.
You kid third, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or
So I like really good block training, no injuries, no disruptions, no issues like in personal life or anything like that got in the way or derailed me. And it was just a really good block. I was very sensible, didn't overdo it. I think the most I ran for that race, so I trained to time, not to distance. A lot of people are like, oh, you've got to do 100 miles in a week.
Yeah.
I trained for time because, especially mountain running, that you can't, saying to somebody that you've done 100 miles running in 1 week as a mountain runner or as a road runner, it's two different things. It means fuck all, they're poles apart. You can't, 100 miles in the mountains and 100 miles on the road, two different things. So I trained to time for that reason, because I can go out and, plod along. It doesn't matter. It's time on feet. It's time in the mountains. I think the most I did was, I think the biggest week I did was a 19-hour week. But that's not just running, that's swimming, cycling, gym work, everything. And so it's not a lot. It's less than how long the race took me. Yeah. So I definitely didn't overdo it. I think that helped a lot.
Yeah, you come up with us for a couple of recce's, didn't you?
Yeah, I enjoyed that. But, and that, like, other than a few times when I, fucked off just for a little jaunts, that was nice and easy and relaxed, and it doesn't matter. It's still time on feet. It's still time in the mountains. You're still getting stimulus from it. So the training block for that was perfect, and the race, like I said to you earlier, it was perfect. Like, to the point that I haven't really got any amazing stories to tell you because it was just so linear and I
can't go more faster. It's fucking ridiculous.
So for people listening, the Epona is a 100-miler, isn't it? And it's, where is it again? Abergavenny, yeah.
It's around
20,000 feet near enough climbing, isn't it?
Yeah, 6,000 metres of elevation.
Yeah, 20,000.
So obviously, like going into that, like, and going, right, like, obviously the competitive side of things, I asked this because obviously I had the same thing, right, where I ticked off the 100-miler and I was like, I thought I wanted to go back into ultras then, not last year, but the year before, and like organised ones, because most of them I've done were like self-organised. So I wanted to go back into it and see how I fared up against other people. And I've never been like competitive in that way. But then did the peg at the Edam, the 50-miler, and fucking sent it, I did get a good little turnout for that. And then the Ridham, I done the same. And then the Hateful Eight one, actually, I was like, like me and my cousin we weren't competitive initially. We were in first place for most of it, for like 27 miles. Then the guy overtook us. And John
Jenks' mate,
he flew past us, and we were both like, nah, we're not even going to try and catch him. We were happy because we were stopping and chatting to people, having a laugh. But my cousin was like, actually, I'm going to hunt him down then. And then, obviously, I was in third place for a while. And then, what's his name? Carl, is it? Carl,
I think it is Carl, yeah.
Yeah, because he was like right on my ass then, because he said like, I said, are you going back out for another one? He said, yeah, I'm on for third place. I'm right behind you. And I was in third place. So I was like, okay. But like, it's mad, like, I fucking, like the way my head was, right? I was like, obviously, because it was competitive then, I didn't like, the thoughts that were coming through and stuff like that. Like, I didn't like it, and I was a bit like, fuck. Do you know what I mean?
Pressure gets a lot, so
it takes you to a weird place. Like,
I was in first for quite a big chunk.
Yeah, what time did you raise you in first? How far in rear?
So, I went into first place at the last checkpoint. So, and I got into the checkpoint probably early hours of the morning, so around 1, 2 o'clock, something like that. Around 2ish.
Fuck, you were flying. I was still I was still dealing with the fucking Dutch people in the bushes. That time.
That was slowed down. Hallucinating Dutch people.
Fuck, I was getting murdered.
They're always hallucinating
Yeah.
Dutch, aren't they?
Mate, it was the fucking scariest thing of my life. I'm not even joking. Everyone's laughing at it. It was fucking
Those
terrifying.
guys were in front of me when I was at registration.
Oh,
and
were they?
And they were being proper like weirdos there as well.
Mate, they were fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Around, they stunk as well.
Yeah, they
They
was
minging.
fucking, it was mental.
Yeah.
I was starting to think, if someone fucking put something in my flask. I was like, this can't be
no,
real.
They were weird. in
Yeah,
registration.
I'm glad it wasn't just me.
No, it's not just you. But yeah, so I got into that checkpoint, and prior to that checkpoint, I caught up with a pack at the front. Don't know who they were, not seen them. So at that point, I knew that I was quite far up in the field, but I didn't know how many people were in front of me. Plus, people had paces and stuff.
I was gonna say, were you like yo-yoing with a few of them like throughout the race, like go back and forth?
No, I literally worked my way up. I do.
Did you do what
same-
you said? You started
same-
off a bit
Same
slower.
tactic. I just kept myself mid-pack. And I thought I'm not getting absorbed into the chase. Mid-pack, stuck to my pace, had my pacing chart with me, which I do for everything.
Oh,
and
is it?
Just stick to it as religiously as you can. Don't get absorbed into anything, and work my way through. You know, you can kind of tell, but then when you get into checkpoints and stuff, it all gets mixed up. Then you've no clue really until later on. And so I knew by that point. I think Rich and Jenks were at checkpoints, and they were giving me like splits and stuff where I was. And so quite early on, I realised that I'd moved up to definitely in top 10, and then next thing I knew, it was in top 5. And then I went. I can't remember the name of the mountain. So it's before you drop down into Talabont Reservoir.
Oh, Toravoil.
Yeah. So I was coming off there and down towards the reservoir just as it was starting to go dark.
Yeah.
And I ran down there, and I ran past some guy that was in a bit of a state on the side.
Oh, is it?
Checked he was okay, but I ran past.
Right, pal, fucking it
I
up.
was like,
Look at fuck you, let's go.
I was like, here we are, into 4th. See you.
Bye.
And then I got into the night section, so it was dark by this point, and I caught up with what I assumed were the front runners. But I didn't know like how many.
That's across the canal bit then, wasn't it?
No, so I was on my own.
Yeah.
Like this was the bit that we did on the recce where there's a lot of caves and mining sort of.
Oh
So you've gone over the bridge.
Yeah.
Way up, and then you kind of there's a little.
A Teletubby bit, was it?
No, that's way before then. You drop down, you go through like some really boggy sections, and you come out onto the road. It's pretty dodgy. You're round by the big pits around that area. So there's quite a lot of concrete section there, and I caught up with them. And I suppose just from my triathlon training, when I hit a bit of concrete, my pace goes up, and I overtook this big group of people and held them off, and they disappeared into the distance. And I got into the checkpoint. My dad was there because my dad was crew.
Yeah.
My dad was fucking awesome, best crew man I could ever ask for. And he was there, and he was like, "You're in first place. You're in first place." I was like, "Fuck no way! Yeah, you're in first." Like
We were cracking it out and.
Yeah, literally, I necked a dead strong coffee, went and had a shit, grabbed a handful of whatever, and I legged it out. And so I went out onto the climb, and I was getting to the top of that climb, and I looked behind me, and I could see the head torches coming out of what I assume was the checkpoint.
Yeah.
And I was saying that's where it was like, fuck, I'm in first place. Now the pressure's on, and I felt that pressure, and I was like, right, okay, so just head down, like go for it. And I ran pretty much all through the night without them catching me. Ran through the morning, did like that section that we had done, but kind of different.
Yeah, I didn't go to the forest, you said.
Yeah. And I got all the way up. What's the last climb? Blorange, is it?
Blorange, with the masts. So you went through the
so I went-
stony
that
shit
shitty
bits,
bit past the masts, up onto the top of Blorange in first place. Got to, I call it the Teletubby part, and it was just like little grassy knolls. Got to that bit, and my knee went. My knee just literally blew.
Oh, was
I
it?
just couldn't hold pace. As soon as I started descending, I was in agony. Like the same sort of thing as Dragons. Back in the last few days, it's just like, but it slows you down. Even though it's pain, you deal with it. You've got to keep pushing. at that point, I think there's only like 3k left.
I was saying, you haven't got far after when you're up there.
Down past the lake, down to the little bridge, and then you're into
Abergavenny, yeah.
It's really foggy up there on the morning, freezing cold, like thick fog, and I'm shuffling down the climb now, and all I could hear in the distance was like, dum, 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 dum. Looked around, and the guy who won it flew past me. Like he flew, literally, he didn't run past me, he fucking flew past me. To the point that I've thought about it, and I'm thinking like, he must like tag teamed his twin brother at the top of the orange or something, because he, honest to God, I've never seen anyone move that well at the end of a 100 mile.
It's fucking nuts how you'll do that, isn't it?
Absolutely flying. He just disappeared into the fog, and my heart just went like, fuck. Like,
I bet that was like an adrenaline dump, was it? You're like,
so all through the night, like the pressure of people, like I got to the point where I was holding it for so long that I did stupidly start to think, right, what would the win mean to me?
Yeah.
Like, this would be the first time I've actually like won something like big, and do I deserve it? Imposter syndrome. And I was thinking about, what would it mean? What would it mean to my friends and family, to my coaching business, to be able to say, that I'd won? And I was starting to have that mindset. So then when he went past me, I was like, oh, fuck. And he was moving way too quick for me to even think about chasing him.
And that descent down Blorange is no joke either.
It's all runnable.
Yeah.
And then through the forest.
But after 100 miles, it's fucking like that.
Yeah. But it literally was flying past. And then I got all the way down to where the tunnel is, just before the tunnel.
Yeah.
And then like the steps there, I was in a lot of pain. And then the second place went past me. And at that point, I said to him, I was like, is there anyone behind you? And he was like, no, you're good, mate. You're good. I was like, right, okay. So I got down off the mountain. And then as soon as I was on the flat, I could run again.
Yeah.
And I wasn't in so much pain. So I ran through the park, through Abergavenny, and came in for third, which, I was in first place for a long time, and I'm gutted to lose it.
Yeah.
But to come third.
Oh, yeah, it's an amazing achievement.
I was chuffed to bits with it. And I worked hard for it, but it wasn't, there was no issues in the race until my knee went in the last 3K.
No crazy Dutch.
No crazy Dutch, no. Well, I had the usual, like, is that a bush or is it a werewolf in the nights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But nothing major, nothing bad.
I was seeing skulls in the rocks.
Yeah?
Yeah, and like...
No, they were actually there, they were.
Twat. When you're on the Dragon's Back, because like I said, it was dark when we were up there. Was it Dragon's Back? Yeah, I think it must have been coming up there. Just every pebble I was looking at was just like a white skull, like at their face, and I was like, huh. And there was one bit that was amazing, because like, we don't proper hallucinate, like you might do on the bigger, longer ones, whatever, but like, this is your eyes play tricks on you, and like, I was walking, and I went, Chris and Liam will like say, I went, fucking hell, it was awesome, man. I was like, look at the size of this fucking spider. Bent down, it's a bit of grass. But it looked like this gigantic, like the ones you on your story, those orb ones.
Oh,
It was like and I was like, fuck it.
I like the way you went to pick it up.
Oh, my head had gone for that, and I was like, oh.
Probably tried necking it.
Yeah.
Put it on your face like that.
Oh, like face like that. Jesus.
Sorry, fucking we've got to make it weird, don't I? Gotta make it weird. Fuck.
If you're in the shower, it's like, what the fuck did I say that?
I know.
But it's a good race, like over the moon to get on.
What was it, 26 hours or something like that?
26:14 was.
That is mental. I mean, so like obviously my 100 miler on the fucking prom was flat, and it took me 28 hours. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it's not a hill on that prom. Like, it's apparently it was 2,000 feet of elevation. About I said on my Strava.
It's like landing, isn't it?
Load of shit, that is. There's not even 20 feet of elevation. Like, there's literally one small hill, which is about the size, well, what is it? The size by Apple Road from Secret. It's like the length, not even the length of this room.
It's like when we did the Langathon, wasn't it? We did that the first year, and what was it, like 2,000 feet of elevation? And then the year after, somehow it gained another 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, that was, I remember that. Like you said, it was like a significant increase in elevation.
And we were like,
with the
how's that happened?
And it was the same on both of our things.
Sometimes it could be the humidity and playing with the altimeter in your watch, maybe. Sometimes it does that.
I called out Hardest Geezer earlier to do the Langathon.
What?
But to do a fucking backyard ultra, because he put up his backyard ultra video. So I commented on it and I said, Langland Bay, 1 kilometre loop. The first one to quit buys the other one a coffee. Let's go.
Has he replied?
No, has he fucked? No, to be fair, I met him a couple of times. No, I met him at Love Trails because I was like really wanted to meet him, and I messaged Theo, the founder, and I thought, because he was flat out, I thought he's not going to message me back now. But I'm standing there watching the beer relay. I looked to the left, hardest geezer standing there. I was like, oh, you know, and I was chatting to him. I spoke to him the next day then, like twice or something. And then I ended up giving him a lift to fucking Swansea train station because his taxi didn't turn up.
Famous people, isn't it?
It's mental, yeah. But then he invited me to go to his business launch in London then, like maybe a month or 2 months later. So I went up to that and met him again then at that business launch. So that was really cool. It was like they were showing the film from the... was it Machu Picchu? Maybe I think it might have been Machu Picchu actually. Yeah, they done like
the hardest adventure
thing. Yeah. So I've met him a couple of times. He knows me as the guy who took him to the train station, but he's never followed me back. So
oh, has he not?
No,
that's criminal.
That's shit, that isn't it?
I know, breaks my heart.
Russ,
Yeah.
sort it out.
Yeah,
Definitely. Lift to the train station is worth it.
Like a wrestling promo.
you were giving Hulk Hogan vibes, and you got the hair for it as well.
Just need the tats.
No, it was a fucking guy.
Ric Flair.
Yeah, Ric Flair. No, there was another one. I can't remember his name. It'll come back to me later.
Everybody, like, I've had people call me Ric Flair a few times because I do the woo!
I got a habit of doing that on ultras and giving people fucking heart attacks. Just in the middle of nowhere, I give them a fucking woo, and they're like, oh, Jesus Christ, fucking hell. Like in the dark. I love that. I did it on Throne.
Twatted across the end.
Did it on Throne. I fucking did it. Some guy was like, fucking hell. I'll be doing that this year.
I'll be doing it to you.
Will you fucking be fucking 6 months ahead of me?
That's if I go. That's if I turn
if
up.
you go.
I'm too tight to pay for it. Told you. It's like 350 quid, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Isn't it?
It's like 200.
Cheap, isn't it? In comparison to other races.
Yeah. You'd be doing it now.
Maybe.
You'd be doing it.
Yeah.
So have you got anything lined up, kind of with conscious on time because you've got coaching time?
Yeah.
When you
5 minutes or so.
have a shameless plug, you're
I coach triathlon for a company called Tri Potential, but I am very much now getting into coaching people for ultra running. I've got a couple people that I coach at the moment, and they're doing really well. I've got a lady called Claire that is cleaning up, so she came first lady and second overall in the run, walk, crawl, Brecon Marathon.
Wow.
So yeah, I've got a couple of people that have come on board just purely for ultra running, and I'm really enjoying it, and it's nice to share that experience. So yeah, if anybody needs any help, in particular Dragon's Back, I would love to coach someone for Dragon's Back. That's like my goal now, is to coach someone for it.
Yeah.
I'm helping out, what's her name? The lady that crewed for Rich.
Courtney.
Yeah, so I'm helping
I was going to say, usually Courtney, yeah.
I'm not coaching her, just helping her with advising her, and she's quite receptive to it. A lot of people are just like, oh, I'll sort it out myself, but she's, I want to know, she wants to know everything. I love it. I could talk about Dragon's Back all fucking day.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have someone.
Would you ever do it again?
That's fucking up. Right?
Yeah. True. Yeah.
No, I'm not the sort of person that goes back to do races unless like I failed it. Like with Dragon's Back, it was just that, it just niggled or something in the back of my head that just wouldn't leave it alone. It was just constantly there. Literally every day I was waking up and thinking about it, and I knew like I had to do it.
That's mad. You stumbled across that article or you ever read that said, if you volunteer, you get it for free.
Yeah.
And you said you're waking up thinking about
And it's definitely changed who I am in good ways and bad ways, like physically. But I put like Epona and stuff like that down to that. I think, just having that, you're preparing your body for, and your body remembers.
Yeah, you've got all that experience. Yeah,
it's experience, but your body will also learns to deal with all of that stress. So any future races that you go to, even though you're training for it, and practicing it, I think your body remembers that, and it can dial it in for any future races that you do.
Yeah, and mentally, I think as well, isn't it? Your body, you like you said, your mind knows. Oh, we've been here before, and like you find different ways to get through it, or when you hit like a specific wall, what that wall is. Like I had a wall on the 100 miler which I'd never hit before on the third attempt. Because I was a bit like, I felt sick, I was like really tired, like, I couldn't string a sentence together. And I was like 32 miles in, but it was really hot at this point.
It was boiling when I remember.
Yeah, it was like 30 odd degrees. And I was a bit like, what the fuck is this wall? Like I said, I don't know how to get through it. Sugar. You know, it was literally low glycogen, I think, because obviously the legs were taking all of it. My brain just was like low on it. As soon as I had a bit of sugar and stuff, back in the mix, like, you know, and it was just a wall I wasn't used to. It's just like, it's, like you said, mentally just getting used to it and understanding like what.
Like Epona wasn't easy by any stretch of the imagination, but in comparison to something like Dragon's Back, I'd say it was easy. Yeah. So at no point throughout Epona did I think to myself, fuck, I can't go on. But Dragon's Back every day. Well, not every day, but towards the end of the week, towards the last few
every day
days,
and all day, you think of that.
All day, the last couple of days, it's like, fuck, am I going to be able to do this? It was like that. But with Epona, I didn't have that at all. And I don't think it's because I did anything spectacular in my training. I just think it was that mindset. Like, if you can get through something like Dragon's Back, it's like with Rich with Wild Horse. Now he's done Wild Horse. I bet you anything else he goes on to do now will feel a hell of a lot easier in comparison. So,
especially when he spent 140 miles running on those feet.
Yeah, exactly. I saw that photo of the bottom of his foot, and like you see a lot of that in Dragon's Back. A lot of people pull out with things like that. And I saw that photo, and I thought, that's him fucked. Honestly, as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's him.
Was it a trench foot type thing? Was it
big time trench foot. So
it was just,
they show.
You see it was all white. It was just.
I think I see.
They show you on Dragon's Back. You go to like you have
shorts
to have
like fucking hot pants. Sorry, guys.
They give you kits and stuff, and they actually make you watch videos of how to care for your feet on Dragon's Back. And one of the photos that they show you to make you kind of like listen and think, fuck, that's serious, is somebody that had what Rich had, but where the skin is actually peeled off. So you imagine it's like red raw. It's like literally red raw, shiny and pussy, and like that skin, you can see where it's almost like a couple of millimeter like deep all the way around the foot. And although that didn't cover his entire foot, it was a big section. So when I saw that, I thought, fuck, if that is like, it's called de-roofing. It's horrible, isn't it? But if a blister de-roofs, that's what you get underneath it. So if his blister de-roofs, then... So when I saw that, I thought, there's no way he's going to finish it. So fair play to it. That must have been fucking horrible.
I got another word for it. Fucked.
No, it was horrible.
Oh,
it was absolutely terrible. I was like, when they were taking his socks off, when I fucking went to him, and I was like, oh my god, it was something like some horror film. I was like, how was he walking on these?
That's bonkers.
Fair play.
Yeah.
What would be your like ideal race to do, and would you want to do Barkley marathons?
Barkley, yeah. Who wouldn't? If you got the opportunity,
I wouldn't.
Yeah. If I got the opportunity to do that,
I'd be like, you can keep Barkley. Thank you very much.
So like, just to finish up, because I will have to shoot off.
Yeah.
But like I said earlier, my mindset with it isn't like what most people do, which is now like, oh, I've done 100, I've done Dragon's Back, I've got to go on and do something else. So I love climbing the Alps. I love going up into the 4,000. So I'm going out again in July to climb some more 4,000 meters in the Alps, and that is just amazing. I remember like probably a couple of years ago, I was watching a film called The Alpinist. If you haven't seen
I think I've viewed that. Yeah,
I viewed that.
Yeah, it's a guy, I can't remember his name, a young lad, and he was just relentless with his pursuits to climb, and he killed himself just by being stupid and relentlessly climbing. Andre Leclerc, I think his name is, some Canadian kid. He's only like in his early 20s, and he was climbing some of the most insane like things ever.
Yeah.
He killed himself. But I was watching it, and my wife walked past and went, nope. And I went, don't worry, I'll never do anything like that. Like a couple of years later, the guy that I mentioned earlier, Andrew Woolley, you know, the James Bond type guy, I talked about Mont Blanc with him, and he said, oh yeah, we're looking to do Mont Blanc, me and the lads that I hang around with. And I was like, do you reckon, like, you know? And he was like, oh, I don't know. And he must have gone away, and fair play to him. He had a chat with his mates. They invited me up to the Lake District to go and spend a weekend with them. Got on really well with them, and then they invited me out to the Alps. I went out, climbed my first 4,000ers. We did 2 in a week. It was just the best experience I've ever had in my life. Like, put aside all the ultras, everything. It's just incredible, just absolutely mind-blowing. The best thing I've ever done, and I was just completely absorbed by it. I thought, I've got to continue to do this. So the goal was Mont Blanc. We were supposed to be doing it this year, but you can't just go and climb Mont Blanc. It's illegal. You've got to get, you've either got to go with a guide, or you've got to get a space in a mountain hut to make it safe. And if you get the space in the mountain hut, then you've got basically a license to say that you're allowed to be on the mountain and to summit it. And we didn't know that basically the general release for the mountain huts all happen on one day. And it's like getting a concert ticket.
Yeah.
Everybody who's anybody sits there with their laptop
Trying to get it,
at 8 o'clock, and all of the spaces for the whole summer are sold out within like seconds.
Fucking hell.
So we didn't get a space. So we're not doing it this year, but we are going back out to climb. I think we're targeting a 4,400 meter mountain.
Yeah.
Bronx 4808. This is 4.4.
Yeah.
So still high,
Yeah.
but not as high. So I'm doing that. I've got Ironman Copenhagen, and then next year I want to combine my love for ultra and the Alps, and we're going to apply, me and a couple of others, to be in a team on what's called the PTL race, which is a UTMB race. And it's basically 300 kilometers, but you're working your way through the Alps. So you're climbing big 4,000 meters, you're going across glaciers, you need ice axes and stuff, and you work your way all across the Alps through Italy, through France. So that's what I'm targeting.
When like in the year is that? Is it winter, summer?
No, it's about August. Yeah, you can't
I was going to say, fucking hell.
Wow.
It's August, but you've got to apply, so it's only by, like, so you've got to have so much experience with racing. You've got to be like qualified mountain lead, or you've got to have a mountain lead,
Yeah.
you've got to have first aiders, all that sort of stuff. So there's 3 of us applying to be in a team.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to target for next year. And then the year after, I am embarrassed to say that I shouldn't be embarrassed. I'm going to be 50 the year after. So I don't feel it. Do not
Don't look
feel
at
it.
it.
You don't look at it,
I do not feel it, but as a treat to myself, I want to go and do the Epona circuit in Nepal. So it's
Have you heard
it's
of this?
100-mile trek. You don't climb any big mountains, but you're at like 5,500 meters, and it's just a big 100-mile circuit. Like the UTMB, but you go round Annapurna, which is a 6,000 meter mountain in Nepal. That's my future plans.
Nice.
Anyway.
We'll have to get you back on after all that.
I know, that sounds incredible. You like, have you been out Nepal way or anything?
No, I really want to.
I haven't been. Yeah, I've been to like obviously the north of India, and it's incredible. I've seen so many photos and stuff of, well, just all that area in the north is incredible anyway. And like Nepal's obviously like deep in the Himalayas, but yeah, that
it looks
sounds
good. Like
good.
staying in tea houses and stuff with all like the Nepalese and stuff. Like I want to do it properly. I don't want to do it commercialized. I don't like all this Everest commercialized bullshit now. It's not like, I wouldn't go and climb Everest unless I could go out with a mate and do it, which you can't. So I'll never do it, because I'm not going to go and pay thousands of pounds for some massive tourist company to go up there and then leave my shit on the side of a mountain. I don't agree with that. So this, I think I can do without having to fall into all that commercial trap. You have to get a license and stuff like that. You have to get some help with some of it, but otherwise it is a circuit. You know, you book your tea houses, which are like little dorms where you go in and eat. I can't remember the food that the Nepalese eat, but it's like this traditional curry that you eat. You literally eat that for the whole week.
Class.
Probably shit myself a lot.
Oh, we love it. It's that story. You have to definitely come back on. 100%.
That'll happen for sure. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So yeah, that's it really.
Awesome. Fantastic having you on.
Yeah, thank you for having me,
Absolute
lad.
pleasure. Good to see you. Well, yeah, it's nice to meet you in person,
Yeah,
actually.
I knew.
And just for people quickly as well, social media.
Yeah, on Instagram, Simon.Malley on Instagram. I put all my adventures on there, and I've also got Coach Simon at Try Potential as well, which is there. So if you're interested in coaching, that's where to go.
Perfect. There we are. Fantastic to have
Thank
you
you,
on, brother.
Simon. Thanks for
And
coming on.
thank you again, guys. With you all. See you in a bit. Let's go.
See you on the next one.
You.
Bye-bye.
Yee.